You are listening to Radio Riff on the web and on the go at radioriff.com.
The following is a special presentation of Radio Riff, the Temple of Rock.
This is DJ Glimz with Halestorm, and we are sitting at the Shindig in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
Thank you. So my first question is, how did you guys survive in this area? Because I know you're from Redline, correct?
Yep.
Redline,
Yeah.
PA. How did you survive in an area where it's primarily all about hip-hop and rap?
We have no idea. I don't know. I think that for us, it was just, the goal has always just been to continue, and we kind of have blinders on. Probably not the smartest thing in the world, but we're kind of like... we had no idea what's going on with anybody else.
And we played, coming up, we just played anywhere and everywhere that would have us. So every bar in Pennsylvania and Maryland, we've probably been there. We used to do acoustic shows during the week, just Lzzy and I, like 4-hour acoustic shows, and then weekends, full band would play here, Delaware, Jersey, New York, wherever, and
so much fun.
It was just. We were constantly playing, so...
Yeah, we decided a long time ago that we weren't going to get real jobs, so that was, the solution.
They're so overrated, let me tell you. Real jobs are overrated. I highly agree with that.
We're working out so far.
I would say that it is working out, and on that step, how did it feel to win your Grammy?
Oh, we couldn't stop laughing the rest of the night. It was like, we got a Grammy. That's so
ridiculous.
Weird. Yeah, it was
funny.
weird.
We didn't even know that we were on their radar. Like, just the nomination was enough. We're like, holy shit, we got nominated for a Grammy. That's awesome.
How the hell do they know who we are? You know.
And then actually win. That was really
that was
didn't think we were going to
crazy,
win. I was like, Lamb of God probably has this. We
just were happy to go, and I remember us all having that discussion. We're like, guys, in reality, we're not going to win, but we get to go, we get to dress up, we get the red carpet, we get to go to the parties. We're just going to have a great time, and we did. We had a lot of good times that some of them certain people don't remember, but went out with a bang too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we won't get into that, but yeah, it was awesome. All of our parents cried, and it was a big deal. So it was that's awesome. So that now I just need to have a house that I can put my Grammy in.
Yeah.
So we saw you at Moondance, so we kind of know that you guys performed in the middle of the day. Yeah. So you were kind of who was the coolest band that you've ever performed before, after, or around?
Wow. I don't know. There's been a lot of great ones. I mean, for me, one of the most rewarding things has been, I've been able to, meet some of my idols now, and and share a stage with certain people, and so for me, the 14-year-old in me was very happy to play with Tom Kiefer from Cinderella, because I'm a huge Cinderella fan. So that was a big moment for me. But I don't know. We've been really lucky.
Yeah, we played with so many. I mean, we got to stay on the side stage for Metallica over in Germany, which was awesome, and played with same with Rage Against the Machine over there. That was super cool.
Yeah.
It's just watching 80,000 people just move. It's awesome. And I don't know. There's been so many great bands. Most of the bigger bands are so nice, and most bands out on these festivals are great.
Yeah, I think if you're working and you've survived the past couple years in the music business, I think it weeded out a lot of assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many people are assholes anymore. So.
Yeah, you see the bands come and go, but you guys have staying power, obviously, because you've been around for a while now. So that
hopefully
we just don't know what we would do if we weren't doing this.
We'd be doing this. We'd probably move back here. And
we'd move back here.
Playing all those bars again that we used to.
Well, and I can understand, because I'm actually, on my other job, I'm a music teacher. So
nice.
When I'm back and forth, you guys do what I always wanted to do but never was cool enough to do, because now I just teach music.
That's so cool though, because I don't know if I could teach music. I don't know if
I'm glad for music class, because that's what got guitars and music class. That's what got me into it. But
Yeah, I would say, and I teach here in the city, so it's very,
nice.
rewarding and hard at the same time. So, being fronted by a woman, obviously not probably the easiest thing. Have you guys met any opposition to that, being that not very many female lead singers in rock?
I don't know. Honestly, if there is any negativity, I really don't notice. For us, I feel like it's been more of a positive because we just kind of stick out like a sore thumb, don't you think? Or
yeah, and once people hear her sing, it's just like, what are you going to complain about?
I'm just telling them, like, I'm at a point now where I don't even notice that I'm like the only girl in the studio right now. We're making another record, and it's like I'm the only girl in the studio. I don't even notice anymore.
We guide her up.
Totally.
She's got busted her down.
Now my sense of humor is warped, and I'm never going to be allowed to the Thanksgiving dinner table ever again because of that. I don't know. It's cool to me, especially the past couple years. Of seeing a lot. We have a lot of little girls that come to our shows now, and to me, that's been like the most powerful, statement of being a girl in rock and being able to kind of be that for somebody. And like these little girls are so cute. They're just smiling, and then they, tell me how they started a band with their friend, and it's just the coolest thing ever. So, like I said, if there's any negativity, I have no idea where it is.
So what inspired you guys? You said that if, you didn't want jobs, so you became a band. What inspired you before the not wanting a job? Is there any inspiration that you had way back in your elementary days in Red Lion?
Yeah, I mean, as far as musically, my brother and I used to listen to our parents' music, so it was a lot of like 70s and 80s hard rock and metal, and my mom was a huge Janis Joplin fan and Heart fan, and so we got a lot of that, and really it wasn't until I met these guys that I started getting into 90s music. I remember he literally made me a mixtape or like mixed CDs. Like he burned off some CDs of like Soundgarden, and then there was Jeff Buckley, there was Stone Temple Pilots, and but he said STP. I'm like, so STP, Stone Temple Pilots. Seriously, because so I was a dork, but yeah. So it is. I don't know. It's like for me that was what got me into it, I guess.
So you mentioned the new LP. I just actually read that online this week that you guys are in the studio with the new LP. What's the most exciting part about the new LP that we can be looking forward to? Because
it's going to be so cool. Well, we're recording it so differently than the last two that I think that's just going to bleed through. It's the four of us, in a circle, just recording all the basics live together and doing it over and over until we get it. And we really wanted to. We felt like there was a big gap between our record and our live show. A lot of times people come and say, "Wow, we didn't know you guys were good." Well, that means we did something wrong on the record. So we were trying to bridge that gap a little bit with this one. So we're doing the basics live, and then a lot of times Lzzy's singing while she's playing guitar, and that's going to be the take. It's a lot of performance-based recording, and then we'll overdub stuff on there and studio-fy it up. I think it's going to show. We're doing it in Nashville instead of LA, and we're in this giant church, before it got turned into a studio. There's four of us in this big room playing.
So it's kind of a live album without like the audience live?
Not really.
Yeah, it's a live album, but not in the sense of there's no audience, but at the same time it's
like in the 70s they recorded that way.
It's a little old. 60s. It's more old school, and everything analog, and it's like it is a bit of pressure because it's like it stops and starts with us. So you can't that we had talked to our producer, and he doesn't record traditionally either. So he's like, so I mean, if there's like a great performance and there's like something I need to go in and fix, but then we will. But the basic rule has been, we do it till you get it right. I'm not going to go in and fix anything for you, and I'm not going to go into a computer and especially even with the auto-tune and stuff like that. Past two records, they auto-tuned the hell out of my voice and stuff, even though it didn't matter. Anyway, so this time it's like, no. If you want to be in tune, you have to sing in tune. That's it. So it's awesome.
It's going back to the roots of what music really should be.
Yeah,
instead
pretty
of
much.
the overdubbed stuff that we hear too much.
It's just the coolest. Here's the coolest thing that and this is just in the past week because we've been in the studio for 3 weeks. We almost have everything kind of locked down, but this past week it's been really great to listen to some of the stuff back and have it not really sound like anybody but us. You know what I mean? It's like, whereas I feel like when we go into the whole kind of assembly line way of making records, it tends to either lean toward whatever's on the radio, and then whoever is mixing it ends up like, oh, well, this will fit right there in that, like, and I don't know where we're gonna fit, but it's unapologetically us. That's basically, warts and all. But
that's what we were going for.
Yeah. But that's what people come to see you. I was also at your show in December here in Baltimore, and the crowd was amazing. Like standing in the crowd, because when we were at Moondance, obviously I sat in the back because there was a lot of people, but seeing you in a smaller venue that wasn't Moondance was amazing. Like the show was so much more intense, I think, the way from a viewer point of view, that I was blown away, amazed, and I know everyone around me was amazed at the same time. Like a lot of people were like, oh, this is my first time. I was like, oh, well, I just saw them like 6 months ago in an outside venue. It's like, this is awesome, so much better.
So cool.
So we really appreciate that you sat down and talked to us. I know you guys have a meet and greet in like 3 minutes, and I don't want you guys to be late for it. But thank you so much again for meeting with us. And
appreciate it.
Just know that Radio Riff, everyone there loves you.